He's one of many running backs that we'll see for the first time perhaps here this afternoon for Brian Kelly. And they do indeed give it to Carlisle, and he flashes some of that speed, picks up the first down, and is streaking down the sidelines before he's finally knocked out of bounds by Anthony Rowe. Practice broke his collarbone, but now it's George Atkinson's turn. We told you we see a lot of different running backs, and Atkinson is spun around. And it's 2nd down and 5 as Notre Dame is quickly deep into Temple territory. Play action, and Reese's first pass of the season, right down the middle of the end zone for the touchdown. Bam, bam, touchdown.
Right tackle Ronnie Stanley does a great job taking Daniels, their best pass rusher, inside, and then the rest is done by DeVaris Daniels against the best corner, Anthony Roby from Temple. 3 yards of separation. Just a talented, smart, tough kid, and I feel badly for him.
So here's Amir Carlisle back in after the big 45-yard gain in his first carry for Notre Dame. Instead, Reese goes to the air to his left to T.J. Jones, and Jones is loose. One man to beat, knocked out of bounds by Roby.
T.J. Jones, Temple's got to step up and make a play.
Jones, one of the 3 tri-captains who was named, and this is Atkinson sweeping to the left.
Pennsylvania, the DBs are the best at cracking jokes on the team.
Well, they're not cracking very many jokes right now. They are giving up huge chunks of yardage. The fake to Cam McDaniel, and Reese going to the end zone. Daniels again. Touchdown.
I told the kid this yesterday that if he didn't handle that situation the way he did a year ago, both on the field and in the locker room, there's no way they go 12-1.
So from the 10, after Notre Dame has made it look so easy against Temple in the first couple of series, and he's got T.J. Jones, who's got another first down.
Michigan comes off the bench. Victory. Stanford off the bench. This kid was integral to that year they had a year ago.
So they give it to Cam McDaniel. And the reliable, the best of what Tommy Reese is all about this final season. Cam McDaniel has the first down for in such contrast to the 4-star, 5-star recruits that land here at Notre Dame, as Matt Rule has to recruit, 4 and 5 hours away from Philly. Reese goes down for the first time, and in the back.
In the rotation. Now, pass protection with Notre Dame ought to be pretty good. The right guard, though, 74 Lombard. Once you drop your head, once you drop the head down.
15 at Notre Dame's 36, up 14-0, 6:48 left in the first, and Amir Carlisle, he ripped off the 40 of Tom Coughlin as far as offense goes. That's what he wants to do with his offense, is open it up at Temple. And on 3rd and 1, Atkinson has the first down.
I think that means, translation, I was athletically limited.
There you go. So Reese buying some time, showing a little bit of mobility, and the pass, no. 2nd down in 10 from the 46 of Temple. And a quick pop out to Amir Carlisle, who they like as a receiver, but Jersey area.
Look at the front. Nobody's hands in the dirt till the last second.
Reese with time, and T.J. Jones was open. Reese overthrew after the first quarter, have a 14-0 lead over the Temple Owls, and Notre Dame set up at its own 20. Cam McDaniel in behind Tommy Reese, and a fake to McDaniel, and a quick strike over the middle to T.J. Jones for a first down. And
Matakevich. Here's Matakevich. Tommy's going to hold the ball to let the receiver get behind him, and beautifully thrown with Nate D. Smith on the other side of it. Window right in between the outside backer and the inside backer. Help me get better.
40th consecutive start for Zack Martin on the left with his little brother at center, and Reese goes on the season last year, but a big one in Norman as the Irish kept their perfect season alive. And on 2nd and 5, Amir Carlisle.
Stay healthy. He's only 5'10", 185, but he's explosive, he's quick, and he can catch the football.
And on 3rd and 1, Daniels in motion to the near side, and there is Carlisle who picks up the first down.
I can't wait to watch him play now.
Reese on 1st and 10, and that one is overthrown.
In the country, so he doesn't quite go at warp speed.
And this is Daniels. It'll bring up 3rd down. That was quick.
I think they missed that one just a little bit.
Really the strength of the offensive line at Notre Dame.
Yeah, it's as good a left side as they have in the country. Now you've got a first-time starter at center, and Christian Lombard kicks inside the right guard.
So they need about 5, and locking it Daniels taking over just across its 25-yard line, leading 14-0, escaping a couple of field goal misses by Temple, and Reese right to work, and it is complete.
If they're going to give you that kind of cushion, and that's why they're up tighter. here now.
1st and 10 from the 40. And the give is to Cam McDaniel, who just plows his way up the right.
Yeah, and a great cut in the hole, Dan. Watch Pretlow, the safety, fill. He recognizes it, makes the cut away, gets in the open field. Is he flashy? No, but he might be the smartest as far as understanding holes, understanding blocking concepts, but don't sell him short.
And into Temple territory at the 42. Complete to T.J. Jones, and he's got another 1st down and more.
Tight ends have to block the perimeter.
So Reese has already thrown for over 200 yards. Here's the give to Carlisle. And on 2nd and 12 after the loss. Atkinson again up the
pass protection. They want to slide it to the left because Zack's telling them they've got a blitz coming his side. And here it comes.
Reese steps up, fires, and that...
Watch the offensive line slide left. They knew it was coming. Now there's a disconnect. Tommy thinks the receiver's cut. No, I'm sorry. He's going for Nicholas there. I thought because up top we had a deep post that was open, the throw was for it.
A good look ahead also at the NFL kickoff weekend with next Thursday's playoff rematch between Baltimore and Denver. That's all coming up. Inside a minute left here in the opening half. And Reese back to work. And big Troy Nicholas lumbering down and all the way for the touchdown.
And I think we have to talk about that a little more after this play.
All right, Notre Dame beginning deep in its own territory. The only positive that came out of the big drive by Temple, which came up with 0 points. T.J. Jones.
You can't tell the kid he's going to win the game in the one hand and then not give him a shot to make one from short distance on the other.
All right, gain of 7 on the T.J. Jones reception. This is George Atkinson, who's got some great speed.
And Rule told us that, hey, what's the coffee pot broken? Yeah. Go get me some more, man.
This is Amir Carlisle. We went 24 minutes or so without scoring after those first 2 scores. Cam McDaniel plows us here at Temple. And Matt Rule's staff. On 3rd down, Reese going to Brown. Yes! 13 of 18, 309 yards. Brown with 3 catches for 57. And on 1st and 10, it is Cam McDaniel looking for the end zone. Close.
Fresh and right tackle. Look at the split he's got right here. He's going to turn out on the defensive end and just take him up the field. The play of Stanley allowed them to kick Lombard in, thus making them better at 2 positions. Dan Hicks, you could have run through that hole, brother.
I don't know if I would have had the burst to the outside, but 6'6", 318.
Unbalanced line, but now they're going to change. Yep, still unbalanced. Nobody backside except Stanley.
Daniel Smith in motion, sets up in front of Atkinson, who plows for the winner.
Remember who won that? Justin.
It would be Justin Rose. Boy, wow. Behind the line of scrimmage there is McDaniel. But finish your thought. By the way, Martin named one of the captains for Notre Dame, and it's just the 18th time that a 2-time captain in Notre Dame history has been named. A huge honor for Zack Martin, anchoring the left side of that line for Notre Dame, complete to George Martin. Last time offensive line brothers 35 years ago for Notre Dame. So a big day for the Martin.
And he's done a heck of a job.
Very close group, the Notre Dame offensive line, with our offensive line coach, Harry Easton.
Back shoulder.
Melds them together. Nice toss to T.J. Jones for another first. He's surprised if at one point, if T.J. Jones ends up being a first-round draft pick in the NFL. Wow. Just a really good route runner. And here is Amir Carlisle. 2nd down and 9. Final few seconds of the 3rd quarter ticking off. As Notre Dame has all of a sudden found themselves in 28-6 Notre Dame.
And a 3rd and 7 here on the cusp of field goal distance.
Reese looking for Brown. What a huge offensive day it has been for Notre Dame. Now on 2nd and 9. Reese looks to the near side. Jones can't hang on. Folston, also a true freshman, who have a chance to play this year and become a part of the offense as well. And here's Reese to Carlisle.
We've got 10 and a half minutes left in this game. A ton of big plays.
Reese still in at quarterback as Cam McDaniel heads up the middle.
And I live in Philly, and it looked like there was going to be A. Kelly as a head coach. I just wasn't sure whether it was Chip or Brian.
That enabled Alabama to kind of manhandle them in the championship game. Just, he said, we didn't have enough depth from position.
Essentially today, only a tackle backside. Matakevich, number 8, is going to flash right there. Nice job in recognition. Run.
A little bit of a low snap, but Hendricks able to handle it and give it to Cam McDaniel. And right next to Hendricks is Greg Bryant. We mentioned him, the prize recruit, one of the highest rated recruits in the country. True freshman. 5'10", 204. Bryant up
Of all time, it was for disadvantaged kids, and he's going to try and keep that going. And I give Tony a ton of credit for what he's trying to get done.
Hendricks rolling to his right. Healthy again in this game, serving for Brian Kelly to just kind of see what kind of Florida add him to the list of running backs. Folston, left side.
Yeah, there's a hold there.
Pro-size track star in high school. Hendricks handing off to Folston. He's got some good.
2 weeks ago, he punched Prince Shembo in the throat and almost fell over because every kid on the team is afraid of Prince Shembo.
So those recruits.
SEC front, I said that a year ago, people laughed at me. Their front 7 is an SEC athletic front. And now they're getting the skill positions. And when you fill in around with that great skill, you build a program. Right now.
Another true freshman.
I'd throw the fade right now.
Everybody's saying he catches absolutely everything that comes his way. They go to the other side.
Yeah, he was
complete. Folston. Yeah, it's a chance for them to put something on tape. Nationally televised game against a powerhouse like Notre Dame. Chance to show what you can do, even though Temple's going to come up with a short end here.